Hello everybody, Disciple here with Hearthstone Curios. Jeremy died to a Pirate Warrior on turn 4, so I'll be filling in for him in the meantime. Today we're back with some more heroes that were planned to be in the game originally, but ended up not making it for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and jump right in, and remember if you liked the video, definitely check out our last video about cancelled heroes as well. First up, it's Tyrande Whisperwind, the only hero on this list that actually did end up becoming a hero, albeit an alternate one. Originally, we have confirmation that Tyrande was planned to be the priest hero before Anduin, both in Ben Brode's tweets and in some development pictures. Now it's actually pretty interesting that Blizzard chose to have Anduin over Tyrande. Tyrande's a Night Elf female, and she would have definitely added a lot more to the diversity of the hero cast. Additionally, while both are important characters, Tyrande was central in Warcraft 3 and is very prominent in World of Warcraft, while Anduin is primarily in WoW and is somewhat less important than Tyrande to the Warcraft universe overall. The most likely reason Anduin was chosen over Tyrande is that Anduin's a lot more stereotypically priest feeling. Tyrande is a priestess of the moon and also a huntress, so she is tied to a lot of druid magic and does use a bow. A lot of the priest cards Blizzard had already designed to fit a pure priest like Anduin much better, and they likely wanted to draw a strong distinction between the druid and priest classes, which Tyrande wouldn't quite mesh with flavor-wise. Still, Tyrande ended up being an alternate hero, which is pretty much the perfect place for her, so it worked out pretty well in the end. Up next, it's Hemet Nessingwary. According to some tweets from Ben Brode, Hemet was the original planned hero for Hunter, although this was a really long time ago, even before the alpha. It's pretty likely that Hemet was just a placeholder while Blizzard was looking for a more suitable Hunter hero, since Hemet isn't super important to the story, and he was pretty quickly moved to being a boss in the tutorial. Rexar fits the Hunter class a lot better as well, and is also half ogre, half orc, adding to the diversity of the hero class. Hemet did end up getting his own terrible legendary later on, but it's definitely for the best he didn't end up being the Hunter hero, since any Smork memes would have been much lower quality with Hemet than an actual orc ogre. Moving on, it's Ahaforsen, a half-orc rogue that actually appeared in the Warcraft movie. When someone tweeted at Ben Brode asking why Garona wasn't the hero chosen despite how much story and lore she had, Ben Brode replied that it was generally for the sake of diversity. This makes a ton of sense. Between Warrior, Warlock, Shaman, and Hunter, we already have 3.5 orc heroes, and if Valeera wasn't in the game, we wouldn't have had any Blood Elves. Still, it's kinda surprising that Garona hasn't gotten her own card yet with what an important character she is, but maybe Blizzard is saving her to be an alternate hero skin since Rogue doesn't have any yet. Last but not least, it's Mathias Shaw. Shaw is the head of SI7 and the Stormwind Assassins, and was also friends with Edwin Van Cleef when they were growing up. When someone tweeted at Ben Brode asking why Shaw wasn't used as the rogue hero, once again the answer was diversity. Shaw would have been yet another male human hero, which we already have in Priest and Paladin, whereas Valeera is a female Blood Elf. Additionally, Valeera has a bit more backstory and involvement than Shaw, so it definitely makes sense she ended up being the rogue hero. It's kind of surprising Shaw didn't have a card yet, but between Shaw and Garona, whichever ends up not having a hero skin will probably get a legendary in a future expansion or adventure. Those are a few of the heroes that didn't make it into Hearthstone. Which one was your favorite, and which one do you want to see in the game in the future? Let us know in the comments. It looks like that's gonna be it for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, we'd love it if you drop a like and a subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.